Morning. Thank you, Matt, for that kind introduction, and thank you for inviting me to speak here today. I'm particularly honored to be here because I'm one of the 3 newest board members at the PCAOB. As he mentioned, we were questioning if we were even going to exist last year at this time. You may think of the PCAOB as an organization with relevance solely to your auditors. I hope my remarks today will persuade you that the PCAOB is relevant to everybody in the room. So first, a couple comments on some common challenges related to both technology and the financial crisis. Technology has also brought us the ability to create things we're still trying to wrap our heads around. So I started my studies to become an accountant and an auditor over 35 years ago, and the accounting and auditing objectives are really pretty straightforward. But advances in the technology and business models have made it very difficult for accountants, auditors, and investors, and perhaps even you, to understand the transactions, much less the accounting that you're looking at, to find a comfort level with it. And if testing the values of these complex financial instruments is hard for auditors, we know it's really hard for the investors to understand what was done or what the values are, what they mean. One of the challenges the PCAOB shares with you is trying to ensure that financial reporting and auditing is appropriately adapted to the changing world in which we all operate. Financial crisis has provided some challenges in that regard. In its wake, investors aren't sure who they can rely on, and they're mad. A consistent theme has emerged. Investors believe they're not getting adequate information to make their investment decisions. What we've heard from the investors is that they're asking more from the auditors and to some degree management. In essence, investors want auditors to provide an executive summary of that annual report or your book report, and with further discussion around the question, how good are the numbers? Some have suggested that in addition to improving the audit report, companies themselves ought to provide more information or different information. Your company's audit may never come under our watch to be inspected, but there are lessons for your company and its management in our inspection process. The PCAOB periodically issues other reports, and one in particular I'm going to mention is we call it the 4010 report. It's a report on the overall inspection findings of all the firms and kind of broken down by category of larger issuers, smaller issuers, and it provides valuable lessons about things that we've seen and how your audit might be affected in the future. So the better job management does in reporting and supporting the numbers and documenting the numbers, the better job the auditor can do, the more faith an investor can have in what you've done. Another area that we're asking for increased transparency on is our enforcement activities against auditors. In closing, I want to mention a few other things that's changing at the PCAOB. Our new chairman has a bias towards action. Every one of our standards we encourage you to comment on, encourage your investors to get engaged with it. We need to hear from a balanced range of people about the things that we're doing.